Wayne Kauenhofen reporting live from the Morton Recreation Complex from Manitoba AAA Midget Hockey League, where I got Pembina Valley Hawks defenseman Garrett Szeremley with me here. And Garrett, you guys are sitting in 6th place right now, 43 points, 2 points ahead of Eastman, 3 points behind Central Plains. Can you guys get that 4th spot?
Absolutely. I mean, definitely that's what we're looking forward to. We got a few games coming up that I think are definitely winnable. So if we play the type of hockey that I know we can, I think 4th spot is definitely something that we can run away with.
You're playing Central Plains this weekend as well as Southwest this weekend. This has got to be a big weekend for you guys.
Yeah, it's a huge weekend. It's definitely 2 winnable games. The Saturday night is going to be a tough one against Central Plains. They're a good team, but I know if we come out the way we can definitely get a win. And against Southwest, I mean, they're always kind of a wild card. They work hard, but I think if we come out the way we can, that we're going to be fine this weekend.
Especially by being so close behind Central Plains that you are right now, and then Southwest is right in there as well. So yeah, this is almost like both games are almost like a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's really getting down to the wire at the end. These points are crucial for every single team, so you kind of got to come out and play the way that you can every night and make sure that you walk away with 2 points every chance that you have.
You lead this defense with 18 points, 66 penalty minutes. Are you happy with those numbers?
I mean, obviously there's always things you can improve on, but it's my first year playing D permanently, so I'm pretty happy with the way that I've adjusted right now. But I mean, obviously you always want to do better, so looking forward, I'd like to improve those numbers probably.
So when you say improve those numbers, are you talking just your offensive numbers or to try and keep that goals against down as well?
I think as a defenseman, it's really important to keep the puck out of your net, so definitely limit those turnovers that I create and keep the puck out of my net more, and then the offense will definitely come with that, I think.
I got to ask, I mean, you are a big kid, so do you like the heavy going?
Yeah, I like to definitely let the other team know that I'm there and maybe make something happen in the corners, but it helps being a bigger guy, I guess, yeah.
I've asked a few of your teammates as well as your coach Rylan Price, why do you guys score more goals in the third period than any other period?
I'm not sure, honestly. I think we kind of dig ourselves a hole in the first 2 periods, and then we come out in the third pretty fired up every time, it seems. And we find a way to put the puck in the net when it counts, when it has to be. So I'd say that's probably the reason that we score so many goals in the third. We just got a bunch of guys that can really clutch up for us at those times.
Is that because you guys are coming out of the gate slow and just takes a little while to get the legs moving, or what's the mindset?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough to say. We show up some games and we're flying right out of the gates, and then other times it doesn't really look like we want to be there. But, I mean, obviously you want to come out flying every time, but it's tough. So, I mean, it helps that we score lots of goals in the third, I think.
Yeah, I think this last weekend there against the Thrashers, too. I mean, look, you guys just couldn't get anything started, period. From the front end to back end, goaltending, not to criticize, of course, but it just all around looked like a team effort that nothing wanted to work. It looked like you guys were like on an 18-game road trip or something, like just flat, and then little spurts here and there. Tell me a little bit about that game against the Thrashers and what, I guess, was said in the dressing room, or what was going through you guys' defense or mind, I guess, to help Aaron out and then later on Martin.
Well, it's just a game that nothing was really going our way. We had no bounces the entire game, and you rely on those little bounces to kind of get you in the game, and then when you don't get them, it definitely doesn't help the mindset for the boys. But I mean, as defense, we kind of lost at that game. But I mean, tons of credit to Aaron and Martin. They definitely battled through some mistakes that we made, and I mean, it could have been a lot worse without those guys being in there.
Yeah, for sure. I think there was for sure 1, maybe 2, where I think Aaron would probably say, yeah, I want those 2 back. But other than that, I mean, those 2 late goals on Martin, like real late, it looked like you guys are starting to push back a little bit as well in the third period. But, of course, time was against you in that case. But, yeah, so how do you come out to a faster start?
Well, I think it's all about preparation before the game. Like we gotta have guys thinking that we can win every single game, showing up. It's all about mindset when we're going in, and as soon as we can figure out as a team that no one can beat us, I think we'll definitely come out stronger.
The Hawks have scored 24 power play goals and 7 shorthanded goals. Are these pretty good numbers, you think?
Obviously you want to improve the numbers. We're working on power play quite a bit in practice and stuff right now, just in preparation for playoffs. So, you want to improve those numbers, obviously. But right now with the amount of goals that we're scoring, I think that those numbers are all right.
687 team penalty minutes. Is this too much time in a box?
Absolutely. I don't even know what to say about our penalty minutes. If we want to go on a run, we definitely got to clean it up a bit. But it's a good thing that our PK is so good. I'll just say that.
So would this be what? Lazy penalties, you think? Or is it just getting maybe a little too aggressive penalties, or a combination of both? How would you clean it up?
I think a lot of it is a discipline. We take a lot of penalties after the whistle, and a lot of misconducts and stuff. I definitely have not been the best for that, but I think really we just got to clean up our play after the whistle. You can always take hard penalties. You can always kill off hard penalties, but lazy penalties too. We got to make sure that we're not taking any hooks, any unnecessary trips or anything unless we absolutely have to.
Your power play is at 15.3%. Shorthanded is 89.2%. Is this where you'd want to be?
I think those are pretty good numbers going in. We set a team goal that we want our power play penalty kill together to be at about 110%. But that's at 105 right now, so we got some ways to go. But as soon as we can start figuring out our power play a little more, I think you're going to see those numbers rise.
Talk to me a little bit about your goaltending.
I only got one word for our goaltending. It's rock solid. Any of those guys on any given night can give us a chance to win, and there's been games that we haven't been in as a team that Aaron has kept us in and that Marty has kept us in, and honestly without them I'm not sure where we'd be in the season right now. They've been unbelievable for us.
This may not be necessarily a fair question to ask, but if Aaron goes down and Martin became the number one, then of course whoever you bring up from there, right? But would you guys have just as much confidence in Martin going into the playoffs as you would with Aaron?
Well, Marty's a battler, definitely. He's the type of guy that will make saves that you look at it and you think, how in the world did he get over to make that stop? So, if Marty does end up being the number one and Aaron goes down or something like that, I'm definitely not worried at all. I think that every single night that we go in, he gives us a chance to win, and yeah, I'm completely confident with Marty's abilities just as much as I'm confident with Aaron's.
Your next 4 games are all at home. Central Plains, Southwest, and we're calling both those on Manitoba Sports Network, so looking forward to seeing you again going at her there. As well as next weekend you got Kenora, who is under 500. What are you hoping to achieve out of these next 4 games?
Well, that's 4 games that we got to come by with at least 4 wins. It's the time of the season where you got to make sure that you're bearing down and getting every single point that you can. So we got to show up for every single game and do everything that we can to win in these next 4 games so we can get those points and kind of push ourselves away from the teams below us and closer to the teams above us.
A few weeks ago, we called a game on the Manitoba Sports Network against the Parkland Rangers, which you guys have won now, I think 6-0 or 8-0, something like that. But the week before, you guys were on their turf, and the game had been very, very physical. The game back here, you guys started off the same way, but then it died down. Was it just a matter you guys were all beaten up from the week before, or was it just, boys, let's just play hockey, let's get the win?
I'm not sure. There's definitely a rivalry between us and Parkland, so the games can get heated, but I think once you get a little bit of the emotions out early and you figure out that you just kind of got to play hockey against them, it started dying down after that. They're a team that you can definitely beat with speed and skill. So if you stay away from the undisciplined penalties and the physical stuff, then you can definitely get them out of their game.
Well, Garrett, thanks a lot for doing this. I know you got to miss part of your workout here, so that was good what you were telling me, so good for you on that one. All the best this weekend and rest of the season.
Thank you.
Garrett Szeremley, defenseman of the Pembina Valley Hawks. Wayne Kauenhofen reporting live from the Morden Recreation Complex on the Manitoba Sports Network.